This is what sisterhood is all about.
This industry, there is an instant sisterhood that is unspoken.
The theme of sisterhood is really strong.
Oh, absolutely. I have my own sister circle outside of Hollywood, and then I have a sister circle within Hollywood.
Sisterhood.
It's yours. I'm a star in the making.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
What's good and what's not? It's Kay the Mad Muse. Gratitude for tuning in. This is part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, make sure to do so. That is where we go into a little deep dive surrounding Jennifer Hudson and the tragic loss of her family. Now we can get into Whitney Houston and her beautiful daughter Bobbi Kristina and the unforeseen that followed their untimely demise. So let's talk about it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's check this out.
I used to sit in my mother's hallway in the house, and I would sing Whitney Houston songs. Who would have ever thought that one day Whitney Houston would present me my first Grammy?
I don't really think it was the Grammy itself. I just think it was more of a moment in her life that she won't forget.
Breaking news tonight out of Los Angeles, the death of singing star Whitney Houston at the age of 48.
Today, February 8th, Whitney was spotted leaving her doctor's office in Beverly Hills. She was treated for a sore throat.
Whitney headed back to her suite here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. She was in town for the Grammy Awards. But later that day, witnesses said she was acting strangely and wandering aimlessly in the lobby. They said that she looked disheveled, smelled of alcohol and cigarettes, and her clothes were mismatched.
Thursday, February 9, Whitney crashed a TV interview with her mentor, Clive Davis, and singers Brandy and Monica. Her hair was dripping wet.
Why are you wet? I'm swimming all day. I do 2 hours a day.
Later that night, Whitney surprised everyone by joining singer Kelly Price on stage at a pre-Grammy party. No one could have imagined the end was near. The final images of her were taken as she left the party. Her hair messy, her face sweaty. Saturday, February 11. In the morning, Whitney spoke with her cousin, Dionne Warwick, on the phone. She was so up and ready and happy. She had everything in the world to live for, Dionne would later say. Later, Whitney ordered lunch from room service, a burger, French fries, a turkey sandwich, jalapenos, and champagne, which she finished in the bathroom. 3:43 p.m., Whitney took a bath, but her hairdresser became concerned that she'd been in there for so long. She knocked on the door.
When she didn't answer, she went in and found the superstar face up in the water-filled tub. She and the bodyguard pulled Whitney out, called 911, and frantically tried to revive her. But it was too late.
As Whitney lay dead on the 4th floor, a pre-Grammy party went on downstairs. You can actually hear the music blaring while the Crime Lab team was parked outside.
I was there that historic night, that party that you throw every year, and the tragic day that she died. There were many. Why did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing. But the Grammys were the next night. You don't cancel.
No one stops anything.
You turn an evening into a tribute.
You did a magnificent evening.
Evening into.
Did you give a thought to canceling?
Never.
You never thought?
Never.
Did you ever think?
And the family did not want me to give a thought.
Didn't?
No.
Keep watching for the disturbing details discovered in Bobbi Kristina Brown's autopsy. The unusual death of Bobbi Kristina Brown in 2015 left many wondering what exactly happened to this remarkable young woman. Eerily mirrored her mother's death, sealed autopsy results, and questions surrounding her relationship with her boyfriend.
From the moment I saw you, I went out of my mind. I never believed in a love at first sight. But you got that magic, boy, that is making me fly. And you got a thing that you're making me feel.
Yeah, it's good.
I can do anything for you, baby.
Yeah.
I'll be there for you, baby.
That's good.
Yeah, that's all.
Good.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's all.
I love that song.
Yeah, that was my favorite song, yeah.
Nearly 3 years after Whitney Houston's death, like her mother, Bobbi Kristina was found unconscious in a bathtub in her home in Roswell, Georgia on January 31st, 2015. She was only 18 years old. While her father, Bobby Brown, tried to remain hopeful that his daughter would recover, her condition eventually began to deteriorate. According to Entertainment Tonight, her boyfriend, Nick Gordon, had done CPR until help arrived. She was taken to North Fulton Hospital and later placed in a medically induced coma. At the time, her family released a statement saying, "Bobbi Kristina is fighting for her life and is surrounded by immediate family." She was moved to a hospice facility near Atlanta that June and passed away on July 26, 2015. She was only 22 years old. In the wake of Bobbi Kristina Brown's death, stories circulated about what led to her tragic end. Her estate filed a wrongful death suit against her boyfriend, Nick Gordon. Bobby was also vocal about his belief that Gordon was to blame for his daughter's death. The results of her autopsy were initially sealed at the request of District Attorney Paul Howard while an investigation was ongoing. It wasn't until March 2016 that the details surrounding her death were finally revealed. According to the autopsy, Bobbi Kristina had alcohol, marijuana, and morphine, as well as prescription medication for sedation or anxiety in her system at the time of her death. Her death was also deemed to be the result of brain damage caused by a lack of oxygen. It showed that she had a number of scars on her body and was missing several teeth at the time of her death. While the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office was able to release information regarding what contributed to Bobbi Kristina Brown's death, it couldn't shed any light on what led up to her death.
This is very unusual. There are disturbing new allegations today about the death of Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobbi Kristina.
I want the world to know that Bobbi Kristina did not die from the bathtub incident. That's not what killed Bobbi Kristina.
What killed Bobbi Kristina?
Bobbi Kristina was starved to death.
Don't seem right. Leola Brown says new evidence suggests her niece was beaten before she was found in her bathtub.
Somebody wanted her dead.
The autopsy report shows 22-year-old Bobbi Kristina was undernourished and weighed only 93 pounds. She was also missing 2 teeth. They may have been knocked out. There were other mysterious bruises on her head, arms, and thighs.
She was found under eerily similar circumstances to her mother.
Bobbi Kristina Brown, the daughter of singers Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, died in 2015 at the age of 22. When a civil trial deemed that drug intoxication had contributed to her death, her boyfriend at the time, Nick Gordon, was found legally liable. However, no criminal charges were filed. As part of that ruling, Gordon was ordered to pay $36 million to his late girlfriend's estate. Gordon and Brown briefly starred together in the Lifetime reality show, The Houstons, On Our Own, and in 2020, he himself died from a heroin overdose. Only 3 years earlier, Bobbi Kristina Brown's mother, Whitney Houston, had also died. Brown was just 18 years old at the time of her mother's passing.
Male, not conscious, not breathing, caller advised, black stuff coming out of his mouth and he is not breathing.
New at 6, we are hearing the 911 call made by a man claiming to be Nick Gordon's brother. The 30-year-old died New Year's Day of an apparent drug overdose. Gordon, you may recall, was the longtime boyfriend of Bobbi Kristina Brown. She's the daughter of the late Whitney Houston and singer Bobby Brown.
Another crazy fact is the day before Whitney was found dead, which was ruled accidental drowning in her Beverly Hills hotel room bathroom the night before the Grammy Awards, which I don't believe, Bobbi Kristina almost drowned in the tub after falling into a drunken sleep while bathing. And that was at the same hotel, the Beverly Hills Hilton, and the water overflowed out into the hallway, and luckily Whitney found her and pulled her out. Now check this, here's another crazy part to this story, right? In August 2018, Max Lomas, who found Bobbi Kristina, he was found dead due to a drug overdose. Now reports say after going into his friend's bathroom, his friend became concerned when Max didn't come out for a while. When he went in to check on him, he found him on the floor in the bathroom with a syringe by his body. He was then rushed to the hospital where he died. Supposedly, he was supposed to be clean from drugs and he wasn't friends with Nick Gordon at the time anymore, but it's just eerie because he died in the bathroom too. He was 28 years old.
Now, in this Inside Edition exclusive, Leola Brown, the older sister of Whitney's ex-husband, singer Bobbi Brown, is revealing what led to her outburst.
Chrissy was surrounded by people that cared nothing for her. They didn't care about her, just like they didn't care about Whitney.
Where's the love?
Both in back, too similar. Mother, daughter. Both in bathtubs. Something is very, very, very wrong with that picture.
The Fox 5 I-Team has learned a woman who treated Bobbi Kristina Brown for a month in hospice care illegally posed as a nurse.
Yeah, that's according to the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office and the Duluth Police Department. And tonight, that woman is in jail charged with impersonating a nurse.
"24 hours later, the music industry she once dominated honored her at the Grammys, an award she won 6 times. And even today, after her sudden death, 7 of the top 10 albums sold on Amazon.com are hers.
The first song she sang, I knew. Just a revelation.
So she lit up your life.
She lit up my life. She lit up the room. I knew that I had to.
Jennifer, what does Clive mean to you?
He means everything to me. He is like music. He's such a legend and a genius, and I'm just honored to be here.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
This is the story of Sisterhood.
This was very, very unfortunate. I think Bobbi Kristina was such a sweet soul. She was so happy when she was younger. I don't know if a lot of you got to see her grow up, but she was just a sweet little girl. She was always happy and smiling. It looked like she just loved, it looked like she just loved being who she was and her parents and everything like that. So to see her grow up the way she did, so sad. We've all seen this take place more times than enough in life. Definitely. There was so much here to unravel. Let's discuss in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for part 3. It's Mad Muse. I'll see you next time.
It's yours. I'm a star in the making.
Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? Y'all all right?